Every April, 10 phone calls change 10 franchises forever. One pick can build a dynasty. One pick can destroy a decade. Most fans watch the draft from their couch. Today, I'm putting myself behind the desk. I'm Noah, this is Beyond Football, and today I'm making the 10 hardest decisions in football. Quick thing before we start, in my last video I showed you how Denver's draft picks led to Seattle's Super Bowl win this year. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out in the description below. That video is proof that every pick in the draft matters and can change a franchise's destiny. Alright, pick one. I'm the GM of the Raiders. I'm sitting in the chair and I'm staring at one name, but there's a ghost in the room. The last time this franchise drafted a quarterback first overall, it was in 2007.
The first pick in the 2007 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select quarterback Jamarcus Russell, LSU.
Jamarcus Russell, the biggest bust in NFL history. That shadow has never left this building. My scouts are in my ear telling me Fernando Mendoza is the guy. He's accurate, he's poised, he processes the field faster than anyone in this class. The clear best quarterback in this draft class. I have weapons, Brock Bowers, one of the best tight ends in football, Ashton Genty from last year. The table is set for Mendoza. And Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback who ever lived, and now an owner of this franchise, is standing right next to me. He knows what this pick means. He knows we have to get it right. He knows what happens if I get this wrong. I pick up the card and I write the name. This isn't just a draft pick. This is the Raiders franchise. We are betting the future of this franchise on a kid from Indiana. The first pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the Raiders select Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana. Next, I'm the GM of the New York Jets, and the clock is ticking. We went 3-14 last year. We were the second worst team in all of football. And everyone knows we don't have a quarterback. The fans are screaming for a quarterback. But I can't take a quarterback. There isn't a quarterback good enough to take second overall. And the 2027 class is loaded. And I've got 5 first-round picks over the next 2 years. My scouts call in. They're telling me Arvell Reese is a freak. They're saying he's the next Micah Parsons. He can rush the passer, drop into coverage, chase out anyone sideline to sideline. He only started 1 year at Ohio State, and that's the big risk. But with my draft capital, I can swing for the fences. I can take big risks in preparation for 2027. Aaron Glenn gets his centerpiece, and the Jets get their identity. This isn't a one-year thing we are building here in New York. So with the second pick, the New York Jets select Arvell Reese, edge out of Ohio State. I am the GM of the Arizona Cardinals, and I am in trouble. We just lost Kyler Murray, and we have Jacoby Brissett as the placeholder. Our defense ranked 28th in the league, and we have holes everywhere. Every analyst is telling me to go for a tackle alongside Paris Johnson, build the trenches, and protect whoever plays quarterback next year. And they're not wrong. Our own line needs some work. But I can't build around a quarterback I don't have yet. My job's in jeopardy. I need to keep us alive and build a defense that can keep us in the game. David Bailey led every defender last year in PFF grade. 93.1. He led the nation in pressures. 81. He led the nation in sacks. 15. At the Combine, his athletic testing ranked in the top 70 edge rushers in the last 50 years. The media might come after me, roast me for this, but I don't care. You don't win games with a pretty offensive line and no pass rush. You win games by getting to the quarterback. Our defense was broken last year, and I came to fix it. So I write the name. With the 3rd pick in the NFL draft, the Arizona Cardinals select David Bailey, edge rusher, Texas Tech. Next, I am the GM of the Tennessee Titans. We went 4-13 last year, but here's the thing. I've got Cam Ward, and Jeremiah Love is sitting right there at 4. Some people think he's the best player in the entire draft. He's definitely the best offensive player in the entire draft. 4.36 speed, elite vision. He can run you over and catch passes from the backfield. Our offense needs an identity. Cam Ward needs someone back there he can rely on. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm giving Cam Ward a running back. That changes the way defenses have to play us. A backfield of Cam Ward and Jeremiah Love? Tell me that's not fun. Tell me that's not the core of a solid offense being built. People are going to say you can't take a running back at 4. Well, I just did. The Tennessee Titans select Jeremiah Love, running back out of Notre Dame. I'm the GM of the New York Giants. Last year, we went 4-13. But there's a reason to be optimistic. We have Jackson Dart, we have Malik Neighbors, and we just hired John Harbaugh, the man who built Baltimore's defense into a machine for over a decade. Harbaugh is in my ear as I'm thinking about this pick, and he's telling me one thing. Caleb Downs is the best defensive player on the board. He's the best safety in this class, and it's not really close. He's probably the best safety in the last decade. He reads quarterbacks like a 10-year veteran. He's got elite range. He tackles like a linebacker. In a league that's built around the pass, you need someone like Caleb Downs who puts fear into a quarterback, who makes the quarterback second guess when he's throwing deep. Harbaugh wants him. In Baltimore, he selected Kyle Hamilton, who became one of the best safeties in the NFL right away. I trust my coach, so I don't even think about it. I write the name. With the 5th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Caleb Downs out of Ohio State. That's 3 Ohio State players in 5 picks. Columbus is running the NFL right now. We're halfway through the video, 5 picks down, 5 to go. If you're still here, you're not a casual fan. You actually think about this game. Subscribe and stay for the rest of the video. Pick 6 through 10 get even crazier. Pick 6, the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland, where do I even start? We had the second worst offensive line in football, the fewest receiving yards in the entire league, and the QB situation, we've been trying to solve it for our entire franchise history. When I think about our offensive line, I think we need to be physical. We need to rely on our run game. That will allow whatever quarterback we put back there to succeed. Francis Mauigoa is the most physical offensive lineman in this entire draft. He played tackle at Miami, and I believe he can stay at tackle in the NFL. Everyone wants to move him to guard, but I've watched the tape. They're wrong. He's a mauler. He finishes blocks. He's the anchor this O-line is missing. I take Mauigoa here. I grab a receiver at 24. That's the plan. 2 picks, 2 problems solved. Cleveland wants a fancy pick, but I ignore the fans and I give them a foundation. So with the 6th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Francis Mauigoa, Miami. I'm the Washington Commanders GM with the 7th pick in the draft. I have Jaden Daniels. That's the best asset in this building. He got hurt last year, and the entire thing fell apart. Dan Quinn's defense hasn't finished in the top half of this league since he got here. Sonny Styles is still sitting on this board at 7. And I genuinely can't believe it. 6'4", 243 pounds. He started his career as a safety and now plays linebacker. He can cover tight ends. He can stop the run sideline to sideline. He can rush the passer. This man is a unicorn. And that performance at the combine doubled down on that. I don't even need to think about this one. Let's bolster up the defense and let's rely on Jaden Daniels to go out there and do what he did his rookie season. So I write the name down. The 7th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State. Four Ohio State players in the top 7. At this point, just rename the draft the Buckeye Invitational. I'm the GM of the New Orleans Saints. We were near the bottom of the league in sacks last year. Kellen Moore is the new head coach with Tyler Shuck at quarterback. I signed Travis Etienne to fix the run game, but I cannot get to the quarterback on defense. And if I can't get to the quarterback, none of the rest of it matters. Ruben Bain Jr. last year had 9.5 sacks, 18.5 tackles for loss, 71 pressures. He was a monster in the college football playoff for Miami. People want to talk about his arm length, 30 7/8 inches. I don't care about arm length. When you get to the quarterback every single play against the best teams in college football at the highest level, whenever it mattered most, Bain is a problem. And now he's my problem to unleash on the rest of the NFC South. So with the 8th pick in the NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Ruben Bain Jr., edge, out of Miami. I'm the GM of the Kansas City Chiefs. And for the first time since I traded up for Patrick Mahomes, I'm picking in the top 10. Think about that. This dynasty was so dominant, we haven't picked that high for years. Until now. Mahomes tore his ACL and his LCL last year. This dynasty is hanging off by a thread. And some will say I made it worse. I traded Trent McDuffie to the Rams and lost Jalen Watson in free agency. My cornerback room is completely empty. My secondary is depleted. In a conference with Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow. You cannot survive without corners and secondary help. But this draft has gifted me with the best corner in this class, Mansour Delane. He has length, he has ball skills, he's a day one starter, and future Pro Bowler. This isn't a luxury pick. This is survival to keep this dynasty alive. So with the 9th pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select Mansour Delane, cornerback, LSU. The 10th pick of the draft. We've made it. I'm the GM of the Cincinnati Bengals. And I just watched who I think might be the best tackle in this draft fall into my lap. Everyone had this guy in the top 5. He won the Outland Trophy. He only allowed 3 sacks in 24 starts. His arms measured 32 and an eighth inches below the magic 33 number. And the entire league got scared. And now he's sitting here at 10, and I'm sprinting to the podium. Joe Burrow has missed 16 games in 3 years. At some point, you have to stop watching your franchise quarterback get destroyed. I already spent $126 million on the defense. That side of the ball is handled. Now I need to protect my quarterback, because without Joe Burrow, we have no chance to win. 2 inches of arm length scared off 9 other teams. That's not a red flag to me. That's a gift. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep Joe Burrow upright. With the 10th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Spencer Fanu, tackle, Utah. On April 23rd, the real draft happens in Pittsburgh. And I'll be back. I'll grade every single draft pick. And if I got any of these right, you owe me a subscription. And if I got them wrong, I'll own these takes, because this is beyond football. And we don't hide from bad takes. I'm Noah. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the war room.